I think he's pretty versatile, a very versatile swimmer today, and I think that is because of the early focus on technique. Fluid mechanics really came in at a very critical juncture in his swimming career so far. For all of us, it was important to make sure that he had the right technique and was coached the right way, that he'd become more efficient in the water. I think he's pretty versatile, a very versatile swimmer today, and I think that is because of the early focus on technique.
Good morning and welcome to Madison Area YMCA. This is Mike from Common Guy Sports, about to kick off our Sunday early session. Can't explain why they're playing Don't Like Mondays. Save that for tomorrow. This is the 11 and 12 session. We'll be starting with event 47. On the top right, you see the names for the swimmers in the first event. This is a multi-day meet. Thus, we're starting with this event at this time. On the screen, you can see that on the bottom left. Sorry, I'm still waking up. If you were not with us, somebody watching from Spain, glad you can join us. If you were not with us yesterday, let me give you a quick rundown how I run a meet. Got a couple different camera angles to start with. All right, real quick. So we're starting with event 47. We're going to do girls as odd numbers, followed by boys as even numbers. And this session goes to event 58. It's only going to be about an hour long, based on kind of the entries, and we're moving quick here. And it is, again, it's just 11 and 12-year-olds. There is 2 other sessions today, 13 and 14s, and then the 15 and overs is in the afternoon. Hopefully we're done. I know everybody has conflicts with other activities and football games and so on later, but just some logistics. So on YouTube at any point in time, you can pause it, and you can also rewind, and that's only then basically just like anything you record with your DVR. That's your experience. You can then jump forward, jump back. So we're starting shortly. As you can see, a couple officials are behind the chairs. Timers are not out yet. So I'll give you a rundown. So we're going to start. I have 4 different cameras. So this camera, we added this. The intent here is to show the kids behind the blocks. So in this pool, lane 1 is at the top of the screen. Lane 8 is at the bottom, or the rightmost in this picture, as we can see some of the volunteers coming out. As the race starts, I'll come to this view, and I'll pop up the names and team affiliations. Why did S. Jack and J? Why did we not get that? Let me figure out what's going on there. See if that fixes it. It does. All right. So let me real quick make a quick change. Hold on, folks. So here's a little tidbit. So based on YMCA geographic location, SJAC is actually in New Jersey, but I've learned that they have a -MA as part of their name, standing for Mid-Atlantic. So shame on me. I made the assumption that they were -NJ, therefore it didn't match. All right, so as the race starts, I'll go from here. I'll shut off the names as the kids start. I have a camera mid-pool, and again, unfortunately, that sun glare is still creeping in. And I have a camera at the far end, so we'll see turns here. Again, lane 8 at the bottom, lane 1 at the top. All right, so then depending on the race, if it's split up, I might stay at this wide-angle view just so you can see as many swimmers as possible. And then if there is a close finish, obviously I'll come back here to see either turns or finishes. Scoreboard on the top left represents, it's a live view of the scoreboard. And on the top right, what I'll be updating is basically the swimmers in the next race. All right, and that could either be the next heat or the next race, depending on the layout. So in this case, we're starting with 200-yard breaststroke. There is 2 heats. So now I've updated the names on the top right to represent the swimmers, the girls, in the second heat. Now, there'll be cases when there's only 1 heat, and that next race up there represents more of basically the next event. All right? Again, we're starting with event 47, going to 58 in this session. Girls are odd numbers, boys are even numbers. The information is in Meet Mobile. I don't know if everybody's familiar. Meet Mobile is an app for your phone or tablet. I did a little tutorial in one of the sessions yesterday. I believe it was session 3. If you watch the beginning of that, you'll see kind of a quick run through. All right, so at this point, here's the intent of this camera. We can see some of the swimmers lining up. All right, so there was some scheduling changes. You might have seen that this was initially scheduled for a little later. It was moved up based on, I don't know the exact reasoning. All right, if somebody could acknowledge that audio and video's working okay. YouTube's giving me a little warning, but. All right, looks like we're about to get started, so we'll come here. Here's the lane assignments. Again, lane 1 at the top, lane 8 at the bottom. All right, we're underway. So on the bottom left of the screen, you can see that part of the scoreboard's displayed down there. Again, trying to keep real estate available so we can see the actual swimmers. So that is our event and heat. And then on the top left is the live scoreboard with the lane breakouts. So it's the columns are lane, name, team. There'll be a split there. So after the first 50 time, we only have pads at the start end. So the first 50 time will be displayed in this column. And then let me just expand this a little bit. Then there's a place column all the way to the right. So as they come down and they touch, we'll just see that the split is displayed in the time. Subsequent splits will be displayed in the column to the left of that. And then the rightmost column is place. That is basically the running order as the race is underway. And then that'll be the finish order at the conclusion of the race. Okay. So sorry about that sun glare. We tried to address that last time with some curtains and so on. The Y is looking at other solutions, basically tinting and so on. The challenge here is the winter sun's very low and there's no leaves on the trees outside. So hopefully in a little bit that breaks above the top of the overhang over there. So I might stay on this camera a little bit longer just because the glare is not as bad. All right, so there's the 100 splits for all the swimmers. Again, 25-yard pool, 8 lanes. We're using all 8 for the races. Yeah, again, if you were here in person, you would be getting that same sun glare in your face. So I'm giving you that true in-life, in-person experience. So for the time being, can't really do too much about it. All right, so there's a 150 split, 50 to go, down and back after all the swimmers touch on the right side of the pool. So if you're just joining us, there was some scheduling changes. Everything got moved up a little. So initially I was told this was 10:30. It actually went off at 10:10 real time. You can see the clock up there. It's 10:12 here in person. If you are joining and missed something, you have the ability to go back and rewind and or watch this later in its entirety or the section that you missed. All right. So again, this was the first race of the day, event 47, since we had earlier sessions from yesterday and so on. All right. So here we see our swimmers getting ready to step up. Here's their lane assignments. So then after the swimmers start, I'll go ahead and update the All right, so now on the top right, you see the names. Those are the boys for the first and only heat of event 48. All right, so this is the 100 split there. That's a 150 split there for the swimmers as they turn on the right side of the pool here. All right. Now the boys, 200 breast. This is the only heat. And then we'll move to 100 back. So on the girls' side, we have 3 heats for the 100 back. And 3 heats on the boys' side, too. All right, so that's the boys' 100 splits there. I'd like to highlight top center of your screen there. See a little graphic with fluid mechanics. So fluid mechanics has been providing swim instruction to full teams, individual swimmers, and so on since 1987. They do both virtual via recordings or Zoom sessions and in-person instruction. They're providing sponsorship for this weekend's meet. I ask you to go take a look at their website, fluidmechanics.net, and they're running a promotion where you can get information on there. So if you go fluidmechanics.net/get-started, or also if you prefer, their email address is at the top of the screen there, swim@fluidmechanics.net. So at the beginning, I ran a little advertisement for them. So they provide instruction to multiple swimmers in the area, and they highlight one of their swimmers who's going on to swim at Cal Berkeley in that ad. So please take a look at them. And if nothing else, shoot them a quick email and say, hey, thanks for sponsoring. Thanks for helping out and promoting swimming in the area. So, again, I thank them personally because they're helping both with the meet logistics and also providing compensation for a sponsorship. So we thank them. All right. So, again, that was the only heat for the boys. So now we have girls stepping up for the 100 back, or sorry, stepping in for the 100 back. So you can see against the wall those orange horizontal bars. Those are foot wedges there. They stretch down, and you can use those during the backstroke for starts, and then they retract up. Why didn't the OT? Sorry about the OT logo didn't get displayed. All right, again, this is heat 1 of 3 for the girls. And the names for Heat 2 are now updated on the top right. Again, I apologize for the sun glare. Yesterday we had a little cloud cover, so we were fine. The Y facilities department is looking how to rectify that in a little longer term with either window tint or some sort of shading. Just it's been problematic in these early sessions. Hopefully it continues to move across and is less distracting. So that's going to complete heat number 1, 1 of 3 for girls, and then we'll follow up with 3 on the boys' side. Now we see heat 2 swimmers stepping in. And here's their lane assignments. Now on the top right, those names are the swimmers for heat 3. So if anybody's just joining us, we did get a little earlier start than initially advertised. So I was initially told this was a 10:30 session. We actually kicked off at 10:10. So you can see the clock up there. It is 10:24 in real time here. So if need be, if you missed the swimmer or the race that you came for, you have the ability to rewind. Simply on the bottom of your screen, there's a little slider, or you can tap the left side of your screen if you're on your phone. Double tap, I'm sorry. All right, so here's our swimmers for heat 3, the final heat. right, and the boys for the first of 3 heats is now updated on the top right. So if anybody's new to kind of these invitational meets, all the traditional races, the 200s and so on, and shorter, are seeded slowest to fastest. So when we have 3 heats here, these are the fastest swimmers. So we'll see as some of these times are, as you go from the heats, it's getting faster and faster. In the distance races, the 500,000 and 1650, those are traditionally seeded fastest to slowest. Okay. So if you have other questions regarding some of the logistics or other things, feel free to post it in the chat. I'll try and answer it. I know you have some seasoned parents that probably are very familiar with all the aspects of a meet, but we might have some new parents. Now there's an official with the hand in the air indicating a foul or a fault of some sort. So then she'll convene with another official, discuss it, and then deem if there needs to be action taken, potentially a disqualification. Now, I don't have that information. They're discussing it at the far end of the pool there. We can see it here, 2 officials discussing that. All right. All right, so that was the 3rd and final heat for the girls. Now we'll move on to the boys, event 50. 3 heats on this side, too. Here's the boys' lane assignments. And on the top right now, you see the names for the boys in heat number 2. Again, 3 total heats on the boys' side. And then after we swim the last of the backstrokes here, we'll move to a 50 free. So definitely, the pace will pick up there. We have 4 heats on the girls' side. Sorry if I'm very repetitive if you've been with us the whole time, but sorry about that sun glare, kind of just a bad time of the year here with the layout of the pool, and that's basically looking east. So 25-yard pool, so this 100-yard race, 4 lengths of the pool, down, back, down, back. All right, so that'll conclude heat 1. Heat 2 about to step in. Those are the names you see in the top right. And here they are in their lane assignments. And now the names for heat 3 are on the top right. That'll be the final heat, and then we'll move on to the 50 free. All right, our boys for the final heat stepping in. Now on the top right, you'll see the names for the girls' first heat of the 50 free. 4 heats there for the girls. Got a race here. See if we can zoom in a little, and lane 3, or lane 4, sorry. All right, about to go with the 50 free here. Girls stepping up. I apologize. I don't know why the yacht logo is not picking up. Thought I had that straightened out. All right, heat 1 of 4 in the water now. A little hard to see lane 3 leading us out. Come to this angle, hopefully it's a little bit better. Now the names on the top right for our 3rd heat, 3rd of 4 up next. Again, if you're just joining us, top left is a live look at the scoreboard. Those are the swimmers in the water. Top right is just my information there telling you swimmers upcoming. Little other tidbit, you see that bottom starting block, the volunteer is holding the clipboard over, indicating the swimmer is either a no-show or scratch, showing the official that there will be no swimmer in that lane. It's okay to get ahead and start the race. All right, so 3 is in the water, 4 names are on top right. Wow, close races here. All right, final heat. So a Y silver time here is 29:79, just for reference. State time 28:49. We got a couple there. Great swim, ladies. All right. So now the boys' side, 50 free. So what was 27:87? Nope, not in that time. Had a state time there though. Congrats. All right, first of the boys, 4 heats too. Also, sorry. There is a swimmer in lane 3, a little hard to see with the sun. I apologize. All right, that was heat 1 of 4. Boys stepping up for heat 2. Names for heat 3 are on the top right. 2 in the water here. Lane 2 with the big lead. Two. Y silver here is a 30:09. What happened there? Sorry, I had the wrong names. I'm sorry, I'm a little outdated there. Sorry, guys. What's going on? So 3 is in the water. I don't know why the update didn't work there. Sorry. So the names for 4 are on the top right. There, we might even, 28. All right. What's going on? Hitting the wrong buttons here, guys. Sorry. All right. Hopefully this is correct. Underway here. Final heat. And then we have 50 breaststroke next. Girls' names are on the top right. State time here, 28:39. 27:68 wins it. All right, first heat of 3 for the girls here in the 50 breast. Names for heat 2 are updated on the top right. Sorry, I had a little error there with the graphics during that 50 free. I get a little frantic when they're swimming so fast, so I apologize. All right, so we're on to page 2 of the printed heat sheets. Kind of beyond halfway, I would even guess. Again, this is a very short session. So that concludes heat 1. Heat 2 about to step up. 3 total heats, and then we have 3 on the boys' side. All right, heat 3, final heat for the girls. First heat for the boys, names updated on the top right. Silver time, 39.89 here, just for point of reference. Okay, here's our boys' lane assignments. Three heats here for the boys. Then after this, we'll move to event 55, 100-yard butterfly. One heat on the girls, one on the boys, and then after that, 200 freestyle. And that'll conclude. So those are the upcoming races. All right, heat 2 boys about to step up. right, here's Heat 3 swimmers. All right, and top right are the girls for 100 butterfly. One heat there. Up next. Silver time 41:29 here. Is that right? 50 breast. I'm sorry, I'm reading the wrong thing. Sorry. Ignore that. 39.89. All right, 100-yard fly. What's going on here? Oh, maybe lane 8 scratch. And now the boys on the top right for the next race. All right, 100-yard fly, silver time, 1:19.19. State time 1:14.09. Nice swim. That's Emily Jacob in lane 4. State qualifying time. Hopefully you can still hear me. We're having the internet here is real pokey today. I apologize. I do have a recording of this, so if it is very poor, afterwards I will upload a separate recording. So 200-yard freestyle up next. Those are the girls' names you see in the top right. For the boys, 100 fly, silver time 1:23. State time 1:13.49. Came in with the 109.92 seed. Went 110.18 just off that. Great swim, though. All All right, and we see the girls lining up 200-yard freestyle. So 8 lanes to the pool, 2 heats here for the girls. Sorry about that. All right, and on the top right are the names for the girls in the second heat. 2 heats on the girls and then 3 on the boys, and that'll conclude this session. So just a little last-minute housekeeping here. If you did join and potentially miss something because the initial start time was later than when we kicked off today, this stream is available. You can rewind it now, or you can wait until the conclusion of this session and then go back and rewind to pick up any races you might have missed. Pardon me. So sorry about that. And similar, the later sessions, if you have swimmer of interest in those will be also starting a little earlier. I will update the times to try and reflect the new start times. And initially there was only 2 sessions today, and then 2 tomorrow. We've moved one of the sessions from tomorrow up to today, and then tomorrow will just be the 10 and unders. Hopefully everybody's aware of those changes. All right, so that's going to conclude Heat 1. Heat 2 swimmers stepping up. And the names for the boys for their first of 3 sessions are on the top right there. So point of reference, the silver time here for the girls is 2:26.29, state 2:18.29. And in that is a 1:55, which we barely ever see even at a high school level. So here's just a point of reference. So the Y nat time for the girls here for 11-12 is 1:55:39. The New Jersey High School Meet of Champions, or the State All-Star Tournament at the end of the year, qualifying for 200 freestyle is 1:57. So, I don't know, that's a really interesting data point, that 11-12 nat time is 1:55:39, and then the New Jersey High School State All-Star Meet qualifying times are 1:57:85. All right. Just find that interesting. Sorry, we have a swimmer out here still. All right, 3 boys in the first of 3 heats upcoming. Names for the Heat 2 swimmers for the boys are on the top right. I believe that's 150 splits there for the 2 swimmers, lanes 4 and 5. So our next session is slated to start at 12:30, and then the following session at 3:15. And then tomorrow we start at 10:40 a.m. for 10 and unders. All right, boys stepping up for heat number 2. And the names are updated on the top right for the swimmers in Heat 3, our final race of the day, for this session, not day, sorry. So we're here, 2 more sessions. So point of reference, Y silver here is a 2:28.09. That's Nick's 100 split there. And then the rest of the swimmers swimming left to right, they'll turn and that'll be their 100 splits. So there's a 39.18 split there. So Nick came in with the 2:31.14. Nick can go silver, 2:28.09. Great job. Silver time. So up on the scoreboard, you see that lane 7, how it has 0 and a dot. So that's just the scoreboard kind of giving a indication that the button was pushed and the pad time or pad was not registered. So don't worry, there's an official time taken. All right, so final heat, final race. All right, so this will be it's our final race for this session. Again, some of the boys, a couple state times in here already. So Y silver 2:28.09, Y state 2:18.09. And again, I just find this interesting. I guess just humor me. I'm sorry if it's not interesting to anybody else. But so the New Jersey 200-yard freestyle cut time for this high school level is a 1:47.53. That's that all-star meet at the end of the year. The Y Nat for an 11:12 is 1:45.19. This is Carter Smith leading us out in lane 4. Came in with the seed time of 2:06.07. just off his seat. Good swimmer, Carter. So, Jack DeSantis, I believe that's a state time, 2:18:09, and he came in at 2:15. Yep. So I believe that's Jack making his first state. He came in with the silver cut, so great job. Quick look at the boys. All right, so that's the end of this session. If you could, give a watch. I'm going to show the couple of video ads for our meet sponsor, Fluid Mechanics. I want to give them a quick thank you for all their support, helping out getting this meet going, and also the production of the live stream. So if you could, watch this. It's very interesting, kind of one of the local swimmers who's going on to swim at Cal Berkeley. He's a Pingree student. So thanks for joining. Hope it was enjoyable. Love to get feedback. You can either find my contact information on the About page on YouTube, or my email is commonguysportsnj@gmail.com. So it's all one big word there, commonguysportsnj@gmail.com. Please shoot me a note. Let me know what you think. Any ideas for areas that we can improve? Love to hear it. And thanks for joining. Again, please give a watch.
Fluid Mechanics really came in at a very critical juncture in his swimming career so far. For all of us, it was important to make sure that he had the right technique and was coached the right way, that he'd become more efficient in the water. I think he's pretty versatile, a very versatile swimmer today, and I think that it's because of the early focus on technique.